Hi everyone, Mike Stuchiner, Master Herbalist here with Z Natural Foods. And today's video is going to be discussing the very interesting topic of polysaccharides that are found in gourmet edible medicinal mushrooms. But before we get started, two quick things. One, if you want more information about me or you want to learn more about what I do in my videos, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is a Master Herbalist Perspective. And that's Master Herbalists with an S, perspective. Two is the medical disclaimer. The information you're about to hear is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not intended to treat, prescribe, or diagnose any specific or general medical conditions, and it is not to be used as a replacement for your primary healthcare provider's diagnosis, treatment, or medical information. With that said, let's begin. So when we talk about polysaccharides, in order to, understand what kind of polysaccharides are often found in these edible medicinal mushrooms, it's important to first understand what polysaccharides are. So in simple terms, polysaccharides are large carbohydrate molecules containing many small sugar molecules known as monosaccharides that are bounded by what is known as a glycosidic linkage, a type of bond that joins a carbohydrate molecule to another group. They are the most abundant carbohydrates found in food. Polysaccharides consist of more than 10 monosaccharides units linked together. Polysaccharides form when monosaccharides and disaccharides link together, resulting from the dehydration process. The sugars participating in this bond are called residues. So, mushrooms contain a wide range of non-starch polysaccharides, which are carbohydrate fractions excluding starch and free sugar, like chitin, beta-glucans, alpha-glucans, mannans, and galactans. Non-starch polysaccharides are distinguished into soluble and insoluble fractions, with up to 90% being insoluble fractions. Most, approximately 80%, of insoluble polysaccharides are chitin, including beta-glucans bound onto chitin or protein. It's believed that the primary polysaccharides found in fungi are beta-glucans, which come in various forms, beta-1,3 and beta-1,6, and are specific to fungi and yeast. Other forms of polysaccharides found in mushrooms are alpha-glucans, like glycogen and starches and dextrans, which are not thought to provide the same nourishing qualities as beta-glucan. This is where this whole concept of polysaccharides and beta-glucans gets a little bit messy and convoluted, because the belief that I just mentioned to you folks only tells you part of the story and may actually, according to several mycologists out there, be based on flawed science. You may have noticed that most medicinal mushroom product labels focus only on the beta-glucans. Therefore, it's important to clarify some really vital points here about beta-glucans. One, beta-glucans are a classification of compounds known as polymers. Two, there are hundreds, I'll say it again, hundreds of beta-glucans, shape and sizes, and while some are biologically active, others are not. Furthermore, not all beta-glucans are immunologically active. Three, each species of fungi may contain different beta-glucans. Beta-glucans can differ in function, solubility, and interaction with other molecules. Number 5, while beta-glucans are potent compounds, they are just one variable of a wide range of compounds responsible for a mushroom's many nourishing qualities. And point number 6 is ultimately beta-glucan levels are not necessarily the telltale sign of a product's strength and effectiveness. It's misleading to actually say that beta-glucan levels are the determining factor in the effectiveness of mushroom products. Beta-glucans are most effective when they work with all other constituents found in mushrooms. And if one or more of them are missing, it can really drastically change how effective that end product that you're taking works. So for example, a study was done discussing what are known as polysaccharide K from turkey tail mushroom. And it showed that when they applied lipase, which is a fat digestive enzyme, it actually reduced the immunological response of PSK by almost 80%. What this shows is that the importance of associated lipids bound to these beta-glucans are necessary, and just their independent presence is not enough to obtain maximum benefits. What do polysaccharides do in the body? Polysaccharides have the ability to support a wide range of actions in the human body. They've been shown to have immunological, neurogenic, cardiovascular, and microbiome effects, and a host of other nourishing qualities. For example, lion's mane contains many bioactive compounds, and some of these bioactive compounds have been linked to a process called neurogenesis, which is the growth and development of nerve tissue, because preliminary research on lion's mane suggests that its potential to support this process by possibly preventing and repairing nerve damage. These compounds have also been shown to cross the blood-brain barrier, potentially stimulating what is known as nerve growth factor, which is a protein that plays a role in the maintenance, survival, and regeneration of neurons, which benefits those who are at high risk for any type of brain injury or brain abnormalities. In a small double-blind placebo-controlled study, human study, attempting to understand the effects of lion mane mushroom on mild cognitive impairment, at weeks 8, 12, and 16 of the trial, the group that took the mushroom showed significant increased scores in cognitive function scale compared to the placebo group. The results obtained in this study suggest that the mushroom group and the group that took the mushroom showed very effective end results in improving mild cognitive impairment. In conclusion, edible choice mushrooms are some of the most revered and well-respected mushrooms of the herbal tonic world, with a rich history going back thousands of years in both Eastern and Western medicine. Therefore, because our mission is to answer your questions and provide you with a thorough explanation and the critical details necessary to understand this topic, this particular video was necessary to understand some of the convoluted stuff that comes along with understanding what makes these medicinal mushrooms really powerful, and how perhaps in certain cases when you're reading labels, the label that states that it's only talking about beta-glucan levels doesn't necessarily mean that those beta-glucans are the only thing that make medicinal mushrooms the nourishing, wonderful compounds that they are, or nourishing foods that they are. So I hope this was a helpful video, and you guys can check out all the mushroom products that Z Natural Food sells. Mike Stuchiner, Master Herbalist. I'll see you next time.